One, two, three. Hello, hello. How you been doing, guys? Let me quickly. Long time no see, or a long time no hear, actually. 1, 2, 3. Everything seems to be fine. As usual, I post on the social media. Okay. Seems to be good, and one more thing. One, two, three. Something. Some issues. Let me swap my headphones. One, two, three should be fine now. Okay. Yeah, I need to reinstall my Linux machine, I guess. One more thing. Okay, now I'm all ready to go. Right, and finished with the social media posting stuff and shit. Okay, so it will be a rather quick stream. Let's go to our Splunk machine, or I call it Splunk. I created it to have a Splunk on it and was labbing a little bit. I was doing some tests of the CVs here, as you can see, but I want to talk about the I want to talk about some stuff that I feel are important, which is process creation and the monitoring of process creation in Linux. Okay. Okay, you can see my screen, everything is fine. Let me sure that I see the chat. Okay. Almost. So like process creation and like it's linked with the command line logging, right? By default there is like nothing like that in Linux. It's not logged by default. You have a couple of options and I want to explore those options today. Mainly two options I want to explore. One is auditd, which you have seen on my channel already a couple of times. I'm a big fan of auditd. It gets really bad reputation due to its, let's say, different and challenging maybe way of writing messages and splitting them up into like multiple lines, which is not really something that, well, let's say it's harder to read, right, than traditional logs like in the Windows, right? However, let's explore some stuff we can do. Let's become root for now. Let's see what we have. So those are the rules that are from the GitHub for, I think it's from Florian root. So let's get rid. Let's get rid of that. So we have like nothing is set up to help us with the process creation login. This is what you have after you install the Linux machine, right? So in the Windows you have like this process Windows event, like Windows security event, which is the 4688, which provides you with the information about process creation. If you set up it correctly, it also provides you with the like command line, process command line field, which is really useful. In Linux, we do not have like this event ID, this simple way to monitor process creation, which is really something that you would like to monitor in Windows for sure. I see value in monitoring that for Linux as well. I know that in the corporate environment you mostly deal with the Windows machines, right? And the users are using Windows machines, right? But with a little bit of work and configuration, you can achieve process creation monitoring in Linux. So like the simplest way to go about it is to have auditd should be already installed. Well, it's already installed. It comes pre-installed on the Red Hat based distributions because it was created by Red Hat, if I'm not mistaken. In the Linux, in the Ubuntu and the Debian and other Linux distributions, you need to install it. You just do the, in case of the Ubuntu machine, you would do the sudo apt install auditd, right? So you see it's already installed in my case. we have currently no rules, and the one rule that is going to help us achieve process creation monitoring is going to be something like that. So we are going to monitor every syscall of the XSCVE, and that is going to help us catch every process creation. So it's a way to identify new process creation, and so let's give it a key or tag or whatever of process, for example, right? Something like that. Let's ensure that it's already here. Yes, it's here. Now we can perform our search command with the XSCVE key. We can add additional switch, which is lowercase I, and this is going to decode everything. Okay, sorry, not this key. My mistake. The key was process. It is going to be a little bit verbose, because lots of stuff is happening in the Linux, right? However, this is the simplest way to achieve like 4688 in Linux, like the simplest way to have process creation monitoring in Linux that is similar to Windows security event of 4688. And it is not really that hard, as you can see, to set up. There are lots of stuff happening. This this user, which is related to the Azure Sentinel agent, is performing lots of stuff in our system, which is expected. And something like that we could like exclude, right? It is a good thing to exclude from our monitoring, because you don't really care about that. That's something you could omit. So yeah, and now we can like perform some actions, maybe not as a root, maybe as a regular user. We could cut, for example, passwd, whatever, right? And then we can check whether it was locked, right? As you can see, this process was locked with this unique ID. So we could go about grepping for this ID, and everything is presented to us. This. So we have like what was executed, I mean the entire command line path, so what files were included in this. So this library was passed to this command, to this syscall, this this binary as well. This we could exclude as well, CWD events, which stands from what directory the action was performed, right? So I was at this, in this place at the time of executing this action. Then we have like XSCVE, which provides us with the arguments, right? So we have the number of arguments. We have 2 arguments, right? 1 and 2, and then you have listed arguments starting with the A0, and it's incrementing. Then we have like this is related to grep, so it's not useful, and this syscall is providing us with the information who performed this action and what was the process ID of it, what was the parent process. So this should be our shell process ID whether it was successful, right? What was the architecture? I have the key here too. Everything seems to be fine, right? You can see the value in it, how easy it was to do that. However, it is really so this is like the first way you could achieve something like process creation monitoring in Linux. Then you would push it to the SIEM of your choice, right? Whether it's Azure Sentinel or whatever, right? So that's easy. The second option I want to explore actually, and I never did, and I want to explore it with you guys, is something called Snoopy. So let's become root for now. Let's clear the rules, so we have nothing. Okay, and let's go back to our. I never tried this, so I would love to try it with you guys on this stream, because that could be interesting. So this is like small library that logs all program execution. So this could be the second way we could achieve our process creation monitoring. And okay, so we could execute something like that and have it installed. We are root, so let's paste. Yeah. Let's go with it. I'm really interested in this, right? It should be also included in the repository for Debian or Ubuntu, I think. I'm not sure. I should actually check it before installing it from GitHub, maybe. I will see. Okay, so it's installed and it's enabled. Okay, so it's somewhere in the Varlock. Okay, this is configuration. Happy logging experience. Okay, so let's okay, I don't need to use sudo, so just leave it. Let's reboot as the screen said. So let's reboot and let's see what happens. So as I told you guys, this is the first time me exploring this Snoopy. And yeah, we'll see how good it is. I never heard anyone using it in the like business environment. Not sure. Okay, so let's go with it. This is going to be a quick stream. Let's try it. I think it's better to go with quick streams. No one is going to watch 3-hour long stream, and then it's easier to go back to the cool. Let's see. Let's go to the varlock. Let's become root. All right. Yeah. Let's go back to the varlock. Let's grep for Snoopy. Oh yeah, I need to do this, right? And let's grep for Snoopy everywhere. Something like that. Snoopy. It's like ODD. Let's go back to the GitHub to see. Yeah. Typical output, something like that. Can I like do the cut? Maybe dcresolve.conf, right? Cool. So where messages? In auth? Okay. That's kinda interesting. Yeah, it's here. And it's also logging this this guy, this agent. Okay, so we could grep for Snoopy and then grep for dcresolve.conf, right? Right or no? Let's do it something like that. Grep Snoopy. Forgot how to use grep. It's crazy. Okay. So we have something in there. Right? So this is related to the Azure Sentinel agent. This is as well. Resolve.conf. Okay, so this is the action we did. So this is the user that performed the action. It's like a ID. Not sure what's that ID. This is where I was. Okay. Can I do something to the configuration file? Okay, so this set is the process ID of session group process leader. Okay. Okay, so I could change maybe the message format using this stuff. Right, we saw. Okay, so yeah, I see. So you can write something like that, right? Then you can use the variables, right? And those are listed here. So I would get rid of this, of course. Well, it maybe provides some value, right? But not really. The username would also be helpful. The host name is not, because it uses the syslog format, right? And the syslog format, you have like the syslog format is something like you have the date, you have the box, I mean the system, the host name, whatever, that generated the log, then you have the process. And in the squared brackets, you have the ID of the process ID of the process that created the log, right? And after that, you have the message. So this is an example of the message what we can provide. Okay, so this could be useful for us, right? To exclude this user, right? You can exclude, can list more, right? Cool. Okay, so let's go. I want to do some stuff to this. So where is this file located? etc Snoopy. Right. And right, I want to exclude the I want to exclude 996, right? (996) is the user I want to exclude. Nine 6, and is that it? Do I need to okay, so we can change the syslog level stuff and what is the facility for the syslog, to what file we want to have the logs. So I want to actually have those in separate file. I don't want to mix them in the AU file. Okay. So okay, what is the syslog level? You can go. So I need to reboot or something. Let's reboot. So I want to restart everything. It's kinda interesting. So on the website you can read that the creator of Snoopy doesn't recommend it as a solution because there are ways to bypass it. In the future I would like to explore those ways, right? So to be more familiar with this solution. Like my first impression of it, this is really really easy to set up and install, I think. Let's see if we broke it or not. It's really curious. Let's count the etc host, right? Hosts. Yeah, everything cool. Let's go back to the... Right, cool. Yeah, okay. Okay, so this is not being logged anymore. Okay, so I grab for the etc hosts. Oh. Really? Doesn't work like that. Okay, so it's logging. This command for the Azure Sentinel. Let's go back to Snoopy. So I excluded this. Yeah, should be good. Okay, did we broke it? Ah, that's not good, guys. Or it goes to... Oh, it's not going here. So the writing to file worked, right? But we have only one. Fuck the journal. The half.log. Okay, so it, for some reason it only looks root. Okay, why? Alright, you can see. Have only 0. So why it only looks the commands that are performed by root? Maybe. So this is like, again, this is with the sudo, so it's as a root, right? No, it's not being looked. Crazy. Like, did this broke entire thing? I need to read some more about this stuff, I guess. However, this is like, the looks are looking cool, but I would need to read more about this configuration and how to set up it, because something could be broke. I mean, I like, my assumption is that I broke something, which is something that you sometimes need to deal with, right? However, you can see how, like, the different ways we can achieve the process creation monitoring in Linux. So let's clear the rules. Okay, I forgot I changed password. Let's actually change our password. Crazy good. Right, and let's cut on our, well, let's tail on our Snoopy file. And like let's go back to the like default configuration. Something is, I don't understand something that why you see me like we have previously had this user 996 with the ID 996 performing lots of stuff. I took out this filtering and I don't see those messages, right? Crazy something. It's not working well, maybe. Let's try one more time and I guess it will be it for now from me. I guess you can see the value in it. Hope so. I need to work more with the Snoopy. It's me first time interacting with it, so yeah, we can do something like that. Go to the var log and tail on the auth logs. Yeah, like you can see it's fucking working now, right? For some reason but why? Yeah. So this is something I needed. No. Yeah, it was the ID root. No. Yeah. Yeah. No idea why in the different file it didn't log. I need to play with it more, so yeah. However, it's all from me for now, so you have like in the end you have two options, right? You have like this ODD you have ODD way to create the process, to create monitoring for process creation, and you have this Snoopy, which is interesting. I really like the way the logs are written. Right, this is really nice, and seems to be well structured. I need to learn more about it. Then we we can do some streaming when I learn more about it and do some configuration file. That is cool. So yeah, I guess this is it. Yeah, hopefully this shorter format is better for you guys, and yeah, thanks for watching. I guess my next stream should be sooner than later. Yeah, cheers.